Alright, I want to try and go over like symbol UV mapping to prepare your asset for texturing. And I just made like a quick earring in Blender, and well, when you do that, and if you go into edit and UV editing, click little two arrows, you can see that what we have here is a pretty messy map and not really something like this one is tiny. This is just how it is as a default, not really something you can texture very well. So if we start by focusing on my shitty hook, what we want to do is if we try to just unwrap it, it can't do that because we haven't really added any seams. So if we go into edge select and well, in this case, it's not gonna matter too much because, well, it's a small asset, so big seams is not really gonna be visible. But we still do want to try and make it clean. So what we're gonna click on is when we find like the place I want our seam. I'm gonna click Alt and then right click the mouse and mark seam. Like this. Should go, yeah, it goes all the way around. And now if you try and unwrap by clicking U again, okay, well, let's try again. There we go. Now when we click U, we are going to get a unpacked version. As you can see, it splits it here at the seam where I marked it with red. And this is fine for this. Don't really, again, when it's just like, oh my god, such a small asset, we're not really going to be seeing all the details. So I'm just going to click S and like want to try and resize it. And well, I'm going to just put it in the corner for now. Since the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do it for the chain. And if I had been smart, I might have, before I copied all this shit, might just have done it with the first one, but I didn't do that. So I'm just gonna go Alt Shift, pick the ones that's kind of like in the middle. Mark the seam. See how this looks. I want to just add one more. Do that at the bottom. Same thing again, where we shift. Just gonna unhide the star so we can see this. Oh. Mark the seam. I'm gonna mark everything with A, click U, unwrap again, and now we got something clean. And I'm just gonna join these and rotate it so we can just have one clean part of like the metal. I'm going to make a new material. Let's call this metal. And now we have the star, which is pretty much the same process. going to seams, then just do this. Try to unwrap it. Alright, gonna need to try this again. A little bit better. Would like the star to take up a little bit more if space if I can. No, it's not gonna be possible. Alright, let's just leave it as this. And now, pretty much ready to take this into whatever program you want to use and texture it, or you can start rigging. Alright, let's try and rig this asset. This is supposed to be a symbol earring, and I want to rig it so it like dangles whenever you move. So I'm gonna start by going to add armature and just add a single bone, and click R, X, and turn it like this, 180, and just use G to move it up. I want to start the chain. Gonna make this. Gonna make the chain into 2 parts, I think. So I'll place it around here halfway. Then I'm gonna go into edit mode and just gonna extrude the second to down here, and then extrude again. Oh. Down to star. So the star is going to be its own bone because we don't want it to move like different parts. We just want to move it like one whole thing. And then we want to go down to bones. I'm going to call this one earring. Just going to copy it and add it to the next bone. And it's automatically going to name it the next part. After we've done that, we're going to go to the top of the hook and chain. Wait. This. And in the data properties, actually to make it easier, let's make this one. Just one mesh. And yeah, so we're going to the vertex group. I'm gonna have earring, gotta add a new one, and you wanna make sure here that the name of the vertex groups has the exact same name as what we named our bones, and that's down to like capital letters and so on. So I usually just copy. So we have earring, earring 1, and earring 2. And as we saw earlier, earring 1 is going to be the chains. So we're going to go into edit mode. And I like to do this in like wireframe. And here we're going to mark the areas that we see are affected by the bones. And after that's done, we're going to assign to the equivalent of the bone. So that's earring. I go down to earring 1, which is the second part of the chain. I want to make sure to unmark the old part, and then we just try and mark it. There we go. And gonna assign this. And then we have the last part, which is earring 2, where I'm just gonna take the rest of it and assign. I'm gonna go into either solid or material, whatever you prefer, and go to weight paint. And as we can see, now we have some weight paint going on. And red means that it's gonna fully move, which is what we want for this part, but we do want to blend it a little bit here, so it's gonna be a little bit more smooth for the chain. And the same here. Just gonna blend it all in, be nice and smooth. This all is here. And here. Right, and now we could try to close it. You want to check that. Oh wait, of course, before we do that, make sure that we actually remember to apply the armature. So there we go. Apply it, and then you should remember how to do stuff. Alright, let's just take one step back. Make one called head. And going to mark the earring as head because, well, we want the rest of this one to move with your character's head. So add that, and just again, gonna blend it out. And we're gonna try again. This usually might take a few tries to make sure that you are happy with it. Let's add the head bone. It's going great. Add the bone. And this bone, we're just gonna use as a placeholder, because when you attach it to the actual avatar, it's gonna be merged with the head one, and this will disappear, and this will be parented to that. So like this, gonna click the small one, gonna click this one, gonna say parent, make, and keep offset, so it keeps the old position. Alright, let's try again. And there we go. We have a moving earring or moving mess. And you can try to rotate. You see it's following that. If you move this one, it's just going to be this one. And if you move this one, it's just going to be this one. Now this looks fine in Blender, but we'll have to test it in Unity or something. Add some bones. Physbones, see if you like how it moves. You might have to go a little bit back and forth until like you get the exact weight paint that you want. That should be about it. And just like as a little ending, I set up my physbones, set up all the materials, and A tip that I've learned is to never apply physbones to the head or the neck, as that usually ends up breaking the movement of the head. So just apply it directly. And I recommend playing around with like the limits type, like angle and hinge a lot. To yeah, like help with like the movement. Nope, we survived. All right. Like try to do no angle limit. It goes a little bit crazy. It's not too bad with this one, but I do think that the even difference. I don't know. I tell myself there's a difference when I use angle. But yeah, so basically this is how you do some simple rigging and get some cool moving things. I hope it was helpful, and that my my again accent was not too hard to understand.